Okay, so thank you. My name is Jordan Yamasaki, and thank you for participating. This is my brother Michael. He is helping me participate on the functionality test of my Equation Quest app. So you may know what you're here to do. I explained a little bit earlier, but let me just go in more detail. So this app is testing on math application for students to use in conjunction with their math class. So this is a test just on the app itself, not testing you. So there's nothing you can do wrong here. So don't worry about making mistakes. I'll give you a few tasks, and please navigate the app as you normally would if you weren't participating in a study. As we go along, I ask you to think aloud, so basically tell me what you're doing, what you're thinking as you go through the app, because I can't, hear it, so I need you to say it. Your feedback will help me enhance user experiences, and developers' feelings will not be hurt, so honesty and specificity is what we're hoping for. If you have questions, you may ask, but please know that we may not be able to answer them right away if we feel it may change your answer or influence your opinions and thoughts. So some questions may be answered at the end of the study. So with your permission, portions of this journey will be recorded. The cell phone screen and the audio comments will be recorded using the cell phone device. If that's okay, please acknowledge with a yes.
Yes.
Thank you. So this purpose is to collect data to offer feedback on the app, to influence its design and functionality. Thank you again for participating. Do you have any questions before we begin?
No.
Okay, so just some background on you. What is your occupation?
My job title is compliance specialist, and I work for the city and county of Honolulu.
Okay. Do you have any experience in app design?
No.
Right. How many hours on average do you use your smartphone a week?
Hours a week. At least 2 hours a day, so that's 14 hours roughly.
Okay. How many hours during the week do you use your smartphone for games specifically?
For games, I would say 3 to 4 hours a week.
Okay. What are your three main uses of your smartphone?
To text message or call people, and scroll the internet from time to time.
Okay. How would you rate your experience using technology? So 1 being your inexperienced, 10 being your extremely advanced.
I would say I'm a 6.
Okay. Do you have any questions you'd like to ask before we go further?
Nope.
Okay, great. We're done with this interview demographic questions. We can now start taking a look at the app. So remember, this will only be used to help me test the app, and we appreciate your sharing of your honest thoughts and opinions and reactions. So this first part is on your impressions and setting up the app. So I want you to take a look at this opening screen that you're at now.
Okay.
So as you're looking at it, what is your first impression of the app?
It kind of reminds me of that one arcade game where you have to navigate your way through the blocks. As I look at the buildings with all the lights.
Okay. So on this first screen, what button do you think you'll start with and why?
I would select new user since this is the first time I'm using this app to create, I'm assuming, a new player profile.
Okay. Is there anything else you noticed that you have comments or feedback on? Or wonderings?
No.
Okay, thank you. So now we'll begin task 2, so exploring the app. So again, this may seem strange to have you talk aloud, but we appreciate it as you kind of tell us your thought process and reactions. So please start the game by logging in as a new user.
Okay. New user. I am entering a username, which I normally use, M Yamasaki, for most games. Confirm username. Type the same as the first one, M Yamasaki. And for password, ideally I like to keep it short.
You don't have to tell me the password you type.
Okay. For privacy purposes, I would just put a random password in there.
Yeah, as long as you know it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I will click sign up.
Okay.
Algebra 1 has stopped. Restart app.
Yeah, so just restart it.
Okay. I will press the restart app.
Okay.
So as I look at this screen, there's 3 different units. It sounds like 3 different categories. Although unit 1, it says 2 of 5 is complete. So that's a little puzzling to me, but I will just go into unit 1, just try to start off easy at first. And problem 1. Okay, I'm reading out the problem. Problem number 1, which value is in the expression 15x plus 7 is the coefficient. And there's 3 multiple choices. Here's a back to units, and next. Points value telling me it earned is 2. Problems completed in this unit is 2 of 5, so it sounds like I may be going into a category where 2 of the 5 has already been answered.
Yeah, so I answered 2 already by mistake, so it carried through. So go to the third question.
Okay. Next.
Yeah.
Or should I press the answer?
Next is fine. Yeah.
Next is fine. And
so that was answered again, so go to the next one.
So I'm assuming the green star is the correct answer. Okay, problem number 3. Yep. I don't remember these math terms. Classify the polynomial expression by degree and terms 5x squared plus 8. Max points you can earn is 1. It's a little interesting that there's a star on the top right, which I think that usually means you can fill in the star as a favorite to remember this later on. Okay, so 5x squared plus 8. I am gonna guess that is a quadratic binomial since there's the x squared. I got lucky. So I will go to the next question. Unit 4, Unit 1, problem 4. $75 on a 3-day trip. Spent $21 on the first day and half the remaining amount on each of the last 2 days. Half of the remaining amount on each of the last 2 days. Okay, how much did you spend on each of the last 2 days? Let x represent the amount. Choose the equation that can be used to solve math. Alright, so the question is asking is how much did I spend on the last 2 days in total. So 75 is the total, so all 3 of them have 75, so I kind of do process of elimination. And there's also $21 on the first day, so that has to be subtracted. And then half of the remaining amount, so that's going to be x divided by 2 plus 21 equals 75. No? Whoops. Maybe I got lazy. Oh no, it's 2 times. Okay. Yep, that was a mistake. I got a little lazy. Next question. Problem 5. A bag of puppy food directs you to feed half cup for every 10 pounds the puppy weighs. Choose the correct representation of cups. C as the body weight, function of the body weight, W. Okay, bag of puppy food directs you to feed half cup for every 10 pounds. So 1 cup, well actually it's supposed to be half a cup. So half a cup. Well, to make it a little easier, I'll just say, okay, the dog weighs 100 pounds as the W weight. And I need to see is half. And then the W is 100. So 100 times 100 divided by 10 is 10, times it by half. 100 divided by 10 is 10, is 10, and half of that is 5. And half a cup for each. That is the correct answer. Cool. Okay. So I apparently earned 4.5 of the 5. So I'm going to go back to units to try a different category. try Unit 2, polynomials, and click problem 1. Simplify the expression 12x 12x minus 2 is 10x minus 5.
Okay, so save some time. Let's stop here for the question. So go back to units.
Back to units.
Okay, so on the screen, do you notice anything that pops up or you have questions on?
I did notice that the Superman figure lighted up in green, and my assumption is that that one category unit is completed.
Okay, how would you check your progress after you completed that unit?
My progress.
Yeah, overall.
In the Unit 1.
Or just everything?
In order to check my progress, I'll just go back into the units to see what I got right or wrong. So if I want to see how I did Unit 1, I can just click on Unit 1, and whichever problem I want to see back again.
Okay. Okay, so if we go back to units, is there anything else you notice on that page?
The green star,
Okay.
and then it's restarting the app.
Yeah, that's fine. So if you click on this 3 buttons here, the 3 lines, you can see other parts of the app. So if I asked you to find like your progress or rewards, what would you press?
My progress or rewards, I would press rewards.
Okay.
Ah, and there's the progress.
So on that screen, like what are some things you notice about it?
The progress categories are in different colors, and the yellow bar shows the overall, meaning total progress. So it looks like, I'm guessing I maybe finished maybe almost a third. And I also noticed the bonus, which I'm actually not too sure what that is about, or the HW pass. Tap on more colored bars for more info. Oh, okay, I could find out what that means. Colored bar? No. Okay, there we go. 5.5 out of 10.